Howdy guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at our next advanced option for the auto nesting feature, which will be sheet offset, and also this will be for FabriCAM software. But before all of that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we're back into the program here. Now, in this video, like I said, we're going to be doing some sheet offset. Now, you might in many times or many cases want to combine this with the actual part offset. So now that we've covered the part offset, we'll be looking at the sheet offset. So if we head here to the nesting, I'm just going to start this. So we have our basic nest. Now let's say you want to leave some breathing room around your actual sheet for whatever reason. Then you want to be looking at the sheet offset. So I'm going to go to configuration. Then as you can see here, we've got our sheet offset under the third advanced option. And then from this little icon, we've got a little red corner saying 1 and a red corner saying 2. So this will be relative to the settings you'll be setting here. So as we can see, we've got 1, which is the bottom left, and then we've got 2, which is the top right. And then from these, we have begin X, begin Y, the number and in millimeters, and the same will be at the bottom, but this will be the end X, end Y, and the millimeters. So what I'm going to do now, let's quickly just try adjust this. So I'm going to set first the shapes from the left, or I think maybe for this tutorial, let me first set a part offset, just so we can nicely space things closer to the end, so we can start seeing the effect of that. So now back here, so let's start with begin. So X is obviously on your horizontal plane and Y will be on your vertical. So I'm going to set this one to about, let's say 20, and then let's just set one for first so we can quickly have a preview of this. Wrong button. So let's go there again, start this configuration. So it is still set to 20. Now we can see over here at this side, it's got a 20 mil gap, and the bottom is still the default. So now let's set the bottom as well. So we can set this one. I'm going to set this to about 40 so we can clearly see the difference. Say start again. And now we can see we've got double the gap at the bottom as to the left. But now at the right and the top will still be exactly the same. So if I had to, let's say, space these things even more, let's try about 100, see if this allows us. Start it, and then yeah, it's maybe a bad example. Let's go back to 40, and then what I'll do instead, I'll set this one up. So let's make this one about 200, just to make sure we're hitting it right to the edge there. Start it, and then okay, currently 200 is too little, but what I'm trying to show is, so if we go right up to the edge, these two will still be the same. So then what you'll have to do is adjust it. So let's use the top. We can see this one is clearly bigger than the top. So now we want to go to number 2, and then we want to go to Y, and this is the end. So this is the top end there. So we want to make this one also 40. Say okay. Let's click a preview and look at, there we go. Now we can see the spacing is the same. Now, like I was trying to demonstrate, so if you for some reason hitting right on the edge there, then you'll have to go configuration, and then just set this one end X, which will be this side, also the same. So I'm going to go to this one 200 as well, so they are all relevant to each other. And then, like I said, in combination with spacing your shapes, you can get a nice balance. Obviously I went more extremes here. Normally you would not want to do that because it's wasting a lot of material, but if you need some breathing room on the side, maybe you're making a structure that you're relying on the outside structure as well, and then you might want to use the actual sheet spacing. So just a quick recap again. So you want to locate it under your configuration, under your tool, and it will be the bottom one, sheet offset. And then you set your spacing according to 1, which will be X and Y, and 2, which will be X and Y, so beginning and end. And then yeah, you obviously want to apply all of that. But otherwise, that is it on sheet spacing. If we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request the training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.